The next morning, Thomas and his friends were really useful. They huffed and they puffed, they shoved and they shunted, without stopping for the little blue engine to ease his axles. Spencer, Wilhelmina, Buttsquat, and Susie watched Thomas's every wheel turn and piston pump. They didn't go to work at the summer house. They were so busy watching Thomas and his friends to see Gordon and Rainbow Dash go by pulling a flatbed of old engine parts for Hero. Thomas and his friends saw Gordon and Rainbow Dash, and they saw Thomas and the others, and they smiled. Thomas and his friends had worked hard all day. They were heading back to the steamworks. Gordon and Rainbow Dash steamed towards them. They were happy to be helping Hero, Army, and Yumi.
This really is the best day ever!
Job done, job done. Now I must hurry. The express mustn't be late.
Well done, Gordon.
Thank you, Thomas!
At the steamworks, sparks flew and cogs creaked. Percy and his friends were almost ready to leave. The engines and their friends smiled. Then the Fat Controller arrived. He was cross.
Thomas and Percy, the mail trucks are still missing. Tomorrow you must find them.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Victor and his friends could see that their friends were worried.
Percy, you're fixed. Come on, Thomas. Cheer your friend up.
I know just how to do that. Follow me, Percy.
Thomas, this afternoon I will leave something for you.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor. Gracias.
Thomas, Percy, and their friends arrived at Hero's hideout. Percy, the Puppets, the Bottom Dwellers, and the Einstein team were amazed when they saw Hero, Army, and Yumi for the first time.
Hero, this is my best friend, Percy. Hello?
I'm McGee. These are my best buds, Gretchen and Squirt.
Hey! I'm Patty.
Bluter! I'm Bobby.
Hi, I'm Leo. And this is my younger sister, Annie. And my friends, Quincy and June. Hello.
Hello, Percy. You have a very special best friend. I think that is because you are special too.
Do you have best friends?
Yes, I do. At home.
Do you miss them?
I do.
Aww. That's heartbreaking.
Don't be sad. Look at my new funnel. Gordon brought it for me. When Gordon smiles, it changes his whole face. It is most interesting.
That's the coolest thing I've seen since we got here.
That made Thomas, Percy, and their friends smile.
Good night, Hero.
Good night, my friends. Until tomorrow.
On their way home, Thomas, Percy, and their friends chuffed cheerfully past the summer house. Their wheels whirred and their boilers bubbled. Neither of them saw Spencer, Wilhelmina, Buttsquat, or Susie, but they saw them. They were hiding in the shadows. Once they had passed, they slid silently out of the siding.
I'm going to find out what that tricky tank engine is doing. It's time for Steely Spencer to hunt for clues.
In the morning, Thomas and his friends left with Percy to find his mail trucks.
Are you sure you can't remember where you left them, Percy?
I can't.
Think very hard, Percy.
I am, but I can only think about Hero.
Emily and the Super Reels were doing Thomas's jobs on his branch line. Spencer and his allies watched them. Emily and the Super Readers didn't take any notice of them.
Why is Thomas puffing round the summer house?
I don't know. Thomas is a busy engine. He chuffs all over the island.
It's a mystery.
Why are you working on Thomas's branch line?
Because, as I said, Thomas is a busy engine.
Where is he busy?
You're a big, strong engine, Spencer. Why don't you go and look?
Spencer, Wilhelmina, Buttsquat, and Susie didn't like this. They stared hard at Emily and the Super Readers. They stared so hard, they didn't see Thomas, Percy, and their friends puff by on the upper track. nor did they see Edward and the Animaniacs puff by with a flatbed of engine parts for Hero. That evening, Thomas, Percy and their friends returned to Hero's hideout.
Look at me now!
Hero's boiler was finished. He was a colourful patchwork of parts. Thomas, Percy and their friends were very happy.
You look wonderful! Hooray!
Oh, thank you. But I'm worried for you. That silver engine was sniffing around here last night. Stay away for a little while. Your friends are taking good care of me. Today, Edward was very wise, and tomorrow I think James is coming.
James isn't wise at all. He's a bossy boiler.
And for the first time, Thomas, Percy and their friends heard Hero, Ami and Yumi laugh. Loud, long and happy. The next morning, Thomas, Percy and their friends searched the quarry for the mail trucks. They couldn't find the trucks, but they found Spencer and his allies. Mavis and her friends were delighted to see Spencer and his allies.
Spencer, what an honor. Let me take you around the quarry.
Thomas, Percy and their friends thought that was very funny. Spencer and his pals didn't. They scowled, and they didn't see James and Donald puff by with a flatbed of parts for Hero. Mavis and her friends took Spencer and his pals under the sleigh topper. They jumped too quickly, then too slowly, then they rolled back too far.
It worked! I can't believe it actually worked!
Slate and dust flew down Spencer's funnel and bounced off his boiler. Later, Thomas, Percy and their friends were taking on coal. Emily and the Super Eaters passed by with a flatbed of all parts for Hero.
Super Eaters, to the rescue! Good luck!
Good luck, Emily!
Buena suerte!
Then Thomas, Percy and their friends saw Spencer and his pals.
Uh-oh!
Cinders and ashes.
Spencer was being pulled by Edward and shunted by Henry. Slate dust had blocked his funnel. He and his pals had to go to the steamworks. Now Thomas, Percy and their friends could visit Hero, Ami and Yumi safely. They were excited. They felt more and more like really useful.
Thomas, I must be really, really useful before the fat controller sees me.
You will be, Hero. Don't worry. I'll make sure of that.
Listen, Spencer. Looking miserable doesn't get the job done any faster. Tomorrow you will be fixed. Come on, give me a smile. Just to show me you can.
Thomas, Percy and their friends puffed in.
Oh, Kevin!
Then Victor saw Spencer and his allies had closed their eyes because of the noise. Victor winked at Thomas and his friends.
No problem, Kevin. Those hooks can be slippy. You're doing a good job, Kevin. Keep going. Stop that noise, please.
My head is killing me!
Thomas and his friends shoved carefully away from Spencer and his pals, and off to their new friends with some new parts.
Hero, what do you think about when you're alone?
My home. Since I have been talking to you and your friends about it, I miss it more than ever.
Oh. Sometimes when I'm in Oz, I miss Auntie Em and Uncle Henry and even the farm.
Tomorrow, Percy is going to puff across the island to get the last part we need for you. Then you'll be ready. You won't have to be alone anymore.
Thank you, Thomas. You understand me well.
That night, the Fat Controller was waiting for Thomas and his friends at Tidmouth Sheds. He was cross.
Thomas, the mail trucks are still missing. Spencer is at the Sodor Steamworks. The building materials for the summer house are stacked up at the docks, and you're not working on your branch line. What is going on?
I'm sorry, sir. Tomorrow I will make sure everything is put right.
Tomorrow, then, Thomas. Don't worry, Thomas.
Tomorrow, Percy will get the last part Hero needs. We'll all take it in turns to guard Hero.
Tomorrow, it will all be all right.
Don't worry.
Oh, thank you.
Dawn broke across the island of Sodor. Spencer, Wilhelmina, Buttsquat, and Susie were back on the tracks.
Today, I will find out what tricky Thomas is up to.
Spencer and his pals looked for clues. They looked behind bushes, they steamed down sidings, and puffed closer and closer to Hero's hiding place. Suddenly...
Oh no! Mommy, there's something out there watching us with really big red eyes.
Spencer whistled long and loud.
What's this I found?
Come on, go!
Rattle my rods. I've found Percy's mail trucks. These must be part of Tricky Thomas's tricks.
Uh-oh.